Hey, how you guys doing? IVIICHAELxx. Yeah, so 1.14.3, yeah, version 10. So on the right is the PC version, on the left is the Bedrock version. The only difference is the fact that you have to use half slabs to power these pistons. And you can see over here, it can just be a solid block. But that is the only difference. So in the tutorial, I'll actually show that. It's on the just on the bottom doors and top doors. That's it. So let's check this elevator out for those of you that want to actually make this thing. So if you happen to be on the top floor and you don't want to wait for it, you hit instant extension. You can hear that it came up to us, and it has note blocks. So I did make it so that the doors, you do wait. You'll hear it. And the doors are the only things you really are waiting for. So the ride on the elevator on the PC or Java edition is ridiculously smooth. It's also good on Windows 10, which we're going to be looking at. So there you go. Okay, so it also has half-time retraction. That means it takes half the time to retract it than normal. And there you go. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the Windows 10 version. Alright, so here we are on the Windows 10 or Bedrock edition, version 1.12.0, and I just built this. Wanted to show you guys the ride on it, and then we're going to go ahead and just jump right into the tutorial. Okay, so same things. Let's try the instant extension first. So note blocks. There is a third ring on it. I think it's just because of the way that it is. Anyway. So you come down here, double time retraction. Okay. And then go ahead and jump on in. It's really smooth, honestly. It's really smooth. And the feature, this has it on the PC version too, is that I fixed the pistons so that they go down at the same speed. There you go. So I made this infinitely tall, and I would show you guys that, but there's not enough time. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and jump back on and do the tutorial. Alright, so for this tutorial you guys are going to need to dig a 10 from front to back to an 8, 2 down with a third block of space. So if you guys can, copy this wool. I gave these so you guys will know right where to put them, and they'll show you right where our circuits need to be. Okay, so we're going to start out right here next to the yellow block, and we're going to go ahead and build a T flip-flop. And don't forget to put in an item. Put a hopper into it, and a comparator coming off of it. And we want that going into a block. Repeater here and here on 1 ticks delay. Here and here, 4 ticks delay, right? And then we're going to want a green, that's not a green block there. Then we're going to want to put comparators, redstone, another repeater on 4, make that 3 repeaters on 4, and then we're going to want to go ahead and place a pink block with a torch on it, powering into this area, and we're going to want to have 2 torches on each side here and 1 here. So for right here we're going to need a repeater on 3 ticks and a repeater on 3 for a total of 6. And then from this red block going into the blue, we're going to need these on a total of 8 ticks or 4 ticks per. And then we're going to need to add some redstone here, and you'll see that that turns the torches off. Okay, blue circuit, that's not blue. Blue circuit needs to be like this. Now we need to separate the signal, so we're going to go ahead and put two blocks here, and we want the redstone to travel and go over here. So this is what we should have. Alright, so torch, repeater, and then we're going to need a block, redstone, and we're going to need to block it off like that so that the redstone does not connect. So like so. Okay, we can go ahead and build this up like so. And we're going to want repeaters going like that. Alright. Okay. So orange circuit. The orange circuit's new. It's part of the instant extension circuit. Alright, so there is some other things that we need to do. For instance, we're going to need a half slab right here with redstone on it. Okay. So if you're on the console, or sorry, if you're on Bedrock edition, you will not need anything underneath these blocks. You will not need the glowstone. But if you're on PC, you're gonna need the glowstone. So it gives you a particular sound that sounds good. So for it to make a nice chime, it needs to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and 11. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 for that. And then you're going to want to place a block here with a repeater, 4 ticks of delay, 4 ticks of delay with some redstone. Alright, so off of here a torch, and that'll give us our chime. Okay, so we can now start and place our non-sticky pistons. That's where our elevator shaft's going to be. So we're going to need to put blocks like this. Yeah, like that. And then right over the top of this, we're going to want to place a 2x2 area, and we want to have repeaters on it with that. Okay. Now put blocks here with a repeater on it like this. Okay, so this is going to be ground level right here. That's where we're going to be standing. So we're going to go ahead and count from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That's going to be where our floor is. You want to go ahead and connect it on the top like that. And we're going to want to do the same thing over here. Don't forget, if you guys get behind, just pause the video. Yeah. You'll never be able to keep up with me unless you already know how to make this, which why would you be watching it if you were? Okay, so on this side we get 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 repeaters, and on the other side we are only going to need 4. So you will not need one up there. So it should look like this. Okay, sticky pistons. Come on in here, and on that black block you're going to want to put, you do not have to make it out of this material, by the way. This is concrete, but you do not have to make it out of it. You can make it out of whatever you want. Yeah. As long as it's not glass. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and add in these red blocks. Like so. Alright, so this is where we're going to have our deck. I'm going to go ahead and use, we're going to go ahead and start by doing this. So 4 and 5 out. Might seem like I'm in a hurry. I'm trying to keep this at at a lower than the time I did earlier, which was so far the fastest I've been able to do this tutorial has been 20 minutes. That's not including me showing you what it does. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Same on this side. And we're going to want to put some red blocks there. Put some glass. Put some glass up here. And that design is cool. Since we're here, we're going to go ahead and add in our doors. So for the sticky pistons, so like this. Same here. You guys can see those circuits with the torches are actually the control for these. Okay, so our doors are ready. We're ready for the second stage of circuitry. Okay, so next we're going to want to do our blue circuit. And just place it exactly like you see me do it, which is basically everywhere below or around, if you will, the pistons. Now I have a tendency to place pistons and stuff, or sorry, blocks, to make up for the fact that I think it looks really bad with big, huge air gaps. So sometimes I'll leave empty blocks, but I'll tell you guys which ones to remove. Alright, so we're going to need to put 4 delay on every repeater behind a piston. And we're going to test our timings here shortly. This one needs to be on 1 delay. In the future, if you start getting stuck on the very top, you'll need to change this to 4. But for right now, this is a bug that happened back in the 1.5, and I don't know if it's here to stay or if they're going to fix it. Okay, so purple circuit. So this is the purple circuit. So before we forget, it's much easier to put these half slabs here now. And so I fixed one thing, but I made something else change, so it required me adding a little bit more to the circuit than I wanted to, but it does make it look so much nicer. So this is what we want to do all the way up. So now that we have these here, we want to add redstone, connecting them up. And just do this. There you go. Yeah, till it connects. So repeater on 3, repeater on 4, 3, and 4. Okay, so that's that. So we can go ahead and start on our red circuit now, which is going to be here. Now we only need it to go up that high. So we can go ahead and do this. Like I said, if it's too fast for you, just pause the video. Yeah, you are not going to want to try and follow me. If that's what you're expecting, I mean, I'm good at redstone, but I ain't that good at redstone. So when we put these torches in here, it's going to extend our pistons. If they do not retract when we do this, yeah, if they stick out, then we know that we did something wrong. So 7 blocks down from the top, so it'd be a total of 8. We want to have that glass there to keep us from getting pushed out. Although this thing's been running so good, I'm going to say that that's not usually what's been happening. So 2 delay here, and we are going to go ahead and just, this is where everything's going to be sitting. So the easiest way to do this circuit is to just come up 1 block higher than the red, and we carve it out. So we know where this block is, so just right above it, and then we can dig out these. Same thing over here. And then we're going to go ahead and skip repeater there. We're going to go ahead and put repeaters facing towards the back, so that way. And then repeaters facing towards the front. And then we're going to want to put redstone. Like so. You do not want to put redstone there. Just want it here. There we go. And we're going to want to get rid of this repeater and replace it with redstone. There we go. So this is a dummy block that doesn't need to be there, but I like the way it looks. So does this one. So now we're going to need redstone up there. Alright. So yellow circuit needs to come up 1 higher. It is one of the easier circuits, and you're going to want to place a block here to block off this redstone. Then we're going to need repeaters facing to the left like that. And then these ones we can just place right on top of the purple circuit. Then this one, I think it's easier just to carve it out. So like this. Alright, so this repeater is facing left, so now we want it to face towards our right, then towards the left, then towards the right, left, right. And then we want to put redstone on all of these. And then this is going to be our input right there. Okay, so that's instant extension, and then this is the down circuit. It just needs to be hooked up. So right on top of this, you guys can see we're going to place green blocks. And then this one's a dummy. I like it there, but you don't actually need it to be there. I just think it makes it look a hell of a lot better having it. Okay, so before I forget, we need to put green block here, and we need a pink block here with a torch on it. So since we're here, we're going to go ahead and put solid blocks. If you are on the Bedrock edition, you are not going to want to place these. Yeah. You'll want to leave nothing there, and at the very end of the video I will show you how to hook those up. Okay, so this is basically all hooked up, as you can see. I want to make sure there's some redstone there. So that's hooked up. That's going to power our doors. Let's check it. Yeah. Okay, so next circuit is going to be our button. So I'm going to need some black for this. So button here. Going to go ahead and grab that. Button there. And we're going to need a button here. Alright, so we're going to hook up the top first, which is white. So it's going to come in like this. Come across, and it's going to go up and back around like that. So 2 repeaters, and then a third on 4 ticks delay with some redstone. Connect the redstone dust. Purple circuit. If you are on, yeah, you will not need to do this if you are on the, what is it, Bedrock edition. Yeah. You won't need this half slab on Bedrock edition. Okay, so we want this to come down here and connect. Then we're going to put a torch there. Now we're going to go ahead and do light blue circuit. These are only here, honestly, to help me so I remember. I'm more of a physical learner. So, repeater there on no delay, and then 2 repeaters here on 4, and then we want to go ahead and place the block, which will connect the circuit. Now we're going to get 2 different timings from that. Okay, yellow circuit, 3 blocks and 3 blocks. Now we are going to need to, yeah, sorry, it needs to be over by 1. We're going to need to block that area off and this area right here. So, redstone, and then 2 comparators to give us a pulse extension. That's not right. And then we're going to need a sticky piston with a block on it with a repeater. Okay, and then down low here, we want it to just come right in. So like this. There you go. And that's all done. If you guys are wondering how this works, when the block retracts, it allows you to go down. When the block extends, it cuts it off, and only this repeater picks it up. Okay, so now we just need to hook up the bottom here, which I'm going to go ahead and use red for that. We do a repeater on 4 delay, torch, then we're going to need a block with a sticky piston on it, some redstone, and then we're going to want to put our redstone block here. Okay, so that's that. That's pretty much it. We just need to check it. We also need to hook up our note blocks really quick. I think that that's probably the way to go first. We are going to need 1 sticky piston, and so off of this redstone block, level with it, if it's extended, of course, redstone dust, repeater, 4 delay, note block, and then remove these if you're on Bedrock Edition, and if you're on PC, go ahead and put glowstone. And then you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And that should work for us. Sounds good to me. Okay, I do believe that this is all hooked up. We just need to give you the patch. Okay, so there's one more circuit that we need to hook up. It goes right here. So once you change something, it changes other things. So we have to kind of put this in. It's kind of the circuit you want to do last anyway, but yeah. Double check everything, make sure everything's good. Make sure I put an item in there. Okay, so now we want to go ahead and test it. Now, if you're having problems with this, you could put things in the comments, but I'm going to go ahead and say I probably won't answer unless it's something that sounds very serious. And I'm going to say that there's not too many things that are serious other than not following the tutorial. So we hit the button. It extends up. Doors open on a delay. We hit the button, it goes down, and it goes down synchronized. Okay. Now I wanted to check this. So on the green circuit, this needs to be on 2 ticks of delay on all these to prevent fall damage. There we go. Okay, so we just want to try instant extension. So we've tried up, we've tried down. We just haven't instantly called it to us. Instant extension's working. And let's try half-time retraction. So as you can see, it'll withdraw the pistons and then the doors will open long after the pistons have retracted, which is more like a realistic elevator. Okay, so for those of you on the Bedrock Edition, the only patch that's required is to have these half slabs here, and you want to put them everywhere. As you can see here, you just disconnect the solid block and you put 2 half slabs. It doesn't look very pretty, but it does work. Eventually, I'm hoping at some point that they'll add that. But anyway, that's pretty much a tutorial downstream. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and have a good one.